New York. Democratic Socialist Zoran Mamdani's stunning rise from state lawmaker to the mayor of America's largest city will inspire generations, particularly the Indian American community. The 34-year-old Indian descent Democrat defeated independent candidate Andrew Cuomo and Republican Curtis Sliwa in the closely watched battle for New York City mayor. Mamdani will be the first Muslim, the first Indian origin, the first born in Africa, and the youngest one in more than a century when he becomes New York mayor on January 1st. I am young and I am a Muslim. I refuse to apologize for being a Muslim, Mamdani said in his victory speech. A moment comes, but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. Tonight, we have stepped out from the old into the new, he said, quoting India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. He said New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants and, as of tonight, led by an immigrant. With Mamdani's win, New York City and the U.S. entered a new political and ideological era with the Democratic Socialist now at the helm of the citadel of capitalism. Mamdani is the son of renowned filmmaker Meera Nair and Columbia University professor Mahmood Mamdani. He was born and raised in Kampala, Uganda and moved to New York City with his family when he was 7. Mamdani became a naturalized U.S. citizen only recently, in 2018. Mamdani attended Bronx High School of Science and received a bachelor's degree in Africana Studies from Bowdoin College. In high school, he co-founded his school's first-ever cricket team, which went on to participate in the Public School Athletic League's inaugural cricket season, his campaign profile said. He worked as a foreclosure prevention housing counselor, helping low-income homeowners of color across Queens fight off eviction and stay in their homes, according to his official profile. His work led him to run for office, and he was first elected to the New York State Assembly in 2020 and represented the 36th Assembly District and its neighborhoods of Astoria, Ditmars Steinway and Astoria Heights. After having spent every day negotiating with banks that valued profits over people, he came face to face with the reality that this housing crisis, one which predated this pandemic, was not natural to our lives, but instead a choice. A choice that was the consequence of decades of pro-corporate policies enacted across our country, as well as our state. Yet, like with any choice, we always have the opportunity to change, and Zoran is excited to be a part of that, his profile said. Zoran is proud to be the first South Asian man to serve in the NYS Assembly as well as the first Ugandan and only the third Muslim to ever be a member of the body. For too long, communities such as these have been left out of our state's politics and priorities. Zoran will seek to amplify the voices of the preferably unheard across both the district and the state for as long as he remains in office, it added. Mamdani is running for mayor to lower the cost of living for working-class New Yorkers, his campaign had said. The young politician garnered support among the youth and working-class New Yorkers, who have been reeling under the burden of high costs and job insecurities amid a tough economic and political climate in the country. He has promised to lower costs and make life easier for New Yorkers as the city gets too expensive. Mamdani has vowed that as mayor, he will immediately freeze the rent for all stabilized tenants, and use every available resource to build the housing New Yorkers need and bring down the rent. Promising fast, fare-free buses, his campaign said that as mayor, he'll permanently eliminate the fare on every city bus and make them faster by rapidly building priority lanes, expanding bus queue jump signals, and dedicated loading zones to keep double parkers out of the Why? Mamdani would also implement free childcare for every New Yorker aged 6 weeks to 5 years, ensuring high-quality programming for all families. With food prices out of control, his campaign also promised that as mayor, he would create a network of city-owned grocery stores focused on keeping prices low, not making a profit. Mamdani has a plan to bring down the cost of living through city-owned grocery stores, universal childcare, and other bold proposals, and he knows exactly how to pay for it, too, the campaign said. During his campaign, Mamdani has faced questions and skepticism about his relative inexperience as a lawmaker and whether he is fit to run a city that has a budget of more than $100 billion United States dollars. I believe that I am the best qualified for this position because of a recognition of the greatest challenge that the city faces, and that challenge is affordability, Mamdani had told the New York Times.